Right, and of course, from the 17th of November to the 12th of December, we are celebrating Kenya at 50, and here is our installment of that particular bit. Now, it is not a doubt that events that precede the celebration of Jamhuri Day take freedom fighters who participated in the celebration struggle down memory lane. In Mweru area of Mukurweini in Nyeri County, a concentration camp that houses torture chambers is a painful reminder of what transpired at a time when they fought viciously in the forest. The land has since been converted to a secondary school, but old colonial offices and a one-time torture chamber still exist. The monuments are a preservation of Kenya's history. Here now is KTN senior reporter Nyeri, who visited Mweru Mau Mau concentration camp and brings us the following story.
This area is well known to residents of Mweru area in Mukurweini in the county of Nyeri. And those who survived the Mau Mau uprising in the 50s know the pains of this place, formerly a detention camp that contained torture chambers and now a school. The memories they have of Mweru, 8 kilometers from Mukurweini town, are painful to say the least. Those captured in the forests by the colonialists found themselves at the Mweru camp, where they were tortured till they confessed to the crimes leveled against them, real or imagined. Most of those who pass through this torture chamber here in Mukurweini are overcome by emotion when they visit the place. But what they are asking Kenyans, and particularly the younger generation, is to remember what it took to save Kenya from the yoke of colonialism. Wambugu Kagonyo would rather not recount the ordeal he survived at the torture chambers. He and many others who were captured and hauled to Mweru camp shudder at the mere memories of the torture chambers.
Nasikia ushugu kwa roho yangu, sababu ninaona ile tulikuwa tunafanyiwa, sasa nikasikia ushugu kabisa.
These old buildings, which are part of Mweru Secondary School, served as colonial offices. This torture chamber, devoid of ventilation or any sort of light, was where the suspects were detained and tortured. Wambugu says he is lucky to be alive, as some of his peers succumbed to injuries inflicted on them during the torture. Survivors of the infamous torture say the colonial interrogators would nip their private parts with pliers.
Tukatoka Manyani, nikaenda Mwea, tukatoka Mwea, tukaenda Kagubiri. Basi tukiletwa hapa tunakuta waatikali wale wanatujua, wanafika wanaanza kutupiga hata tukapigwa pale ya siri, tunafinywa na furaisi.
Captain Collins Wanderi, who hails from the area, explains further.
Hapa ndio walikuwa wanashukwa, wanakadamizwa, wanafinywa, ndio mtu anatoa siri.
Those perceived to be hardcore criminals were first brought to Mweru before being taken to other far-flung areas.
Ukikaguliwa hapa, unaonekana wewe kwamba wewe wanaitwa hardcore. Walikuwa wanapelekwa sasa sehemu za Manyani, wanapelekwa sehemu za Hola.
Retired President Daniel Arap Moi's signature can be seen in the visitor's book. He visited the school twice, and he's the one who, after consultations with the community, gave back the land to them after they requested for a school to be built there. Retired President Mwai Kibaki also visited the school. The school authorities are, however, complaining of a negligence by the state. They say they have been shouldering the responsibility of preserving the monuments at the expense of normal school operations. Letters to the Kenya National Museums, they say, have gone unanswered.
Yeah, if we are supported, we would also want to have a library.
The school, it has been very expensive to preserve those buildings. You see now, most of them are the teachers are living in, and you see some of them are also old and leaking.
But although the community is bitter about what transpired here at Mweru, they are supportive of the school and hope that the younger generations will retell the story and preserve the history. Nyeri for KTN in Nyeri County.
Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda.